2010, and he was Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2011. Hey, bro. I don't care where he go. He can go to the Rams, he can go to the Bills, he can go to the Commanders, he can finish with the Cowboys. But he Bronco country through and through. Von Miller. Von, what's up, Von?
Howdy, guys. How's it going?
What's up, Von? What they do?
It's dope, man. Ocho, man. How's it going, man?
Man, Von, I'm happy for you. Obviously, I would have liked for you to finish your career with the Broncos, but that seemingly wasn't in the cards. How did the Cowboys come about? When did you know that this was a possibility, and when did they finally close the deal?
Man, they were the first team to contact me like a week before training camp. It had been like some talks about like the Cowboys like throughout the whole offseason, and it just seemed right for me. I live here in the offseason. My mom and my dad are here, my kids are here. I always had a little blue on my heart since I was, a little boy, and I always paid attention to the Dallas Cowboys. And my earliest memory of playing football included the Dallas Cowboys. I heard my daddy screaming in the back, and I ran back there to see what was going on, and he was screaming because the Dallas Cowboys had scored a touchdown. So that's my earliest memory of playing football, and to be back. Here to be back home is it's a dream within a dream. It's like Inception, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. My dream has always been to play in the NFL, and to play for the Dallas Cowboys is a dream within a dream.
And most of the time, I think about some of the people. I'm not sure why they say, "Oh, Von Miller's old." Oh, he's not the same Von Miller old. What do you say to those people, especially with you having a productive season last year? Having 9 sacks, being able to come to the Cowboys. Obviously, you being from down there in Texas, how you feel? How's your body holding up? How do you feel a few years removed from ACL surgery?
Man, they can say what they want to say about my on the field production, but there's no question about it. I am the best teammate in the history of the National Football League. When it comes to being a great teammate, I just know how to do it. I've been doing it for a long time. I know how to bring the guys together. I know how to win my guys, over. Every team that I've ever been on is not a guy in that locker room that'll say, anything bad about me. And that's what I care about. The guys that I work with. And I'll be able to do that here with the Dallas Cowboys. They can say what they want to say. I'm worth, 10 to 13 plays a game. I can win 10 to 13 plays a game, and that's with me not even stepping on the football field. Right. It's just the type of the type of knowledge of the game that I know, and to be able to get the guys to play around me to a level that they wouldn't normally play at. And that has nothing to do with the type of skill that I can bring on the football field. So being a great teammate, knowledge of the game, that's 10 to 13 plays a game, and then I can still walk into 8 to 10 sacks now. I could. That's just walking in. That's just walking.
Talk your shit, right?
That's just walking.
You win one though, Von. You don't need to win 8 to 10. If you win one time a game, that's 17 sacks. 17 sacks, you'll be historically great.
And I'm gonna have opportunities to do it though. Like, we got one of the best offenses in the National Football League. I'm gonna be able to play with the league, be able to play, up by 10, up by 13, up by 17 points. I'm gonna have those opportunities. We only won 5 games last year with the Commanders. We got hit with injuries and a whole lot of stuff, but we only won 5 games, and I was able to walk into 9 sacks. So, just being the type of player that I am, even at this stage in my career, I still feel like I can be effective.
But let me ask you a question. You get 9 sacks again, you walking away? Because I think that had a lot to do with it. I think if you'd have got 2 to 3 sacks, you'd like, you know what? I ain't got it no more. 9 sacks. 9 sacks. There are a lot of guys that are much younger than you, Von, that can't get 9 sacks in the season.
Sacks,
yeah. I mean, it's it just depends. You don't ever want to be a guy that outstage your welcome in the NFL, and then you don't ever want to leave too early either, though. So this is another opportunity for me to go out there and play. I was hoping that the Denver Broncos would call, the Buffalo Bills, and none of those teams. Maybe I'll get another opportunity at that. But I can only take advantage of the present moment, and I got an incredible opportunity to play with a great team, a great offense. I know Christian Parker really well. Rashawn Gary, Quint Williams, Kenny Clark. They all came to my Pass Rush Summit this year.
Yeah.
Donovan as a rock, who I know him pretty well as well. PJ Locke was my teammate in Denver. Javonte Williams. I'm familiar with a lot of these guys on this football team. They got one of the best offenses in the National Football League with George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. So I got an incredible team to be around, and I'm excited about it.
Hey, Vaughn, when you think about it, bro, you from Texas, two-time Super Bowl champ. What do you think it's going to be like, honestly? I'm a huge fan, by the way, and I'm a huge Cowboys fan, so welcome. What do you think it's going to be like, bro, when you suit up for the first time, getting a chance to run out there and really be a Cowboy?
Man, it's going to be dope. I don't think it really just has not hit me yet. Like, I was talking to my agent about 6 hours ago, and he was like, man, we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this. And it's still, like, it just didn't hit me yet. Like, I kind of knew the whole time. I had been giving, like, hints on social media and, like, playing with the fans on social media about the Dallas Cowboys for weeks now. Yeah. So it kind of was always there, but, like, to really, like, go all the way through it, it still hasn't hit me yet. My very first game playing in Cowboys Stadium was last year with the Commanders. That was my very first time playing with the in Dallas Stadium. And, to be like a Dallas Cowboys full time, man, it still hasn't hit me yet, man. It's still like in that numb stage, man. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to get started.
Vaughn, you didn't play with that 51-48 game when Peyton,
Nope.
y'all had the blue.
No,
I didn't. That was okay.
Yeah, I didn't play in that one. My very first game.
We lost Vaughn. We're here joined back. But I mean, look at his resume: 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time First Team All Pro, 2-time Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, all decades of the 2010s, 2011 Defensive Rookie of the Year. That is first ballot Hall of Famer. A member of that prize 2011 class with Cam Newton was the number 1 first pick, and you have Von Miller, you have Julio Jones, A.J. Green, Richard Sherman, Cam Hayward, Cam Jordan. All of those guys were in that draft. J.J. Watt were in that draft.
Damn.
Yeah, they had some boys. That was a good year there.
Hey,
Vaughn, we've heard you guys talk about it. You, Sherman, you guys have talked about it. That you believe. A lot of people say 1983 is the best drafted class ever. You say, nah. When you look at our draft class from top to bottom, you look at Cam going number 1, and I was number 2, and you look at J.J. Watt, you look at Cam Hayward, you look at Cam Jordan. Justin Houston had 22 sacks in that draft class.
Yep.
Is 2011 the best draft class ever assembled?
Man, I'm gonna go with that one all day. Cameron Hayward is in that draft. Richard Sherman. We got a lot of guys.
Cam Jordan.
We got Cam Jordan. We got a lot of Hall of Fame guys in that class. And the other one, they got Hall of Fame guys in that class too. But top to bottom, man, we got some players that have really changed, the face of football. And it's dope to be associated with those guys. I knew we had a special group whenever I was coming out. Having Marcel Darius and Cam Newton and Julio Jones and
A.J. Green
and Patrick Peterson, A.J. Green, Tyron Smith, J.J. Watt. Like, it just goes up and down the list. Up and down the list of guys that have had a huge effect on this game.
I have a question. Obviously, you've accomplished so much in the NFL. Based on your resume, based on your accolades, you are a Hall of Famer. If you could write the perfect storybook ending to your career, what would it look like?